All right, so we went over the handling of the leash, the measuring of the leash, and expanding that exercise, the visual exercise, where you're going to do a longevity part of it, then you're going to do distractions, then you're going to bring the distractions and longevity together. And remember, what you're looking for is eventually the dog. Remember, you don't know what the dog is thinking until you see what he's doing. So we have my dog, and I'm not going to say his name to alert him to myself, at my side. There's somebody walking over there across the street. You can tell that he's really kind of looking at them, but he can see my leg. If I move my leg, does he move with me? All right, so he's telling me, yes, I'm paying attention. But what else is he doing? He's standing on his feet, so he's not really totally 100% saying, I'm with you. He's saying, I'm watching you, but I'm ready to do something. So the longer you stand here, if your dog gives you, remember I talk about giving an SIT or giving. Just had to do that, folks. Just had to do that. So you saw him alert away from me, and I just walked the other direction. Remember talking about training with your peripheral, even though I'm looking at you, if your dog is in your presence, you're training your dog. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Making sure the leash is measured, and you can quickly do it just as quick as that. So anyway, longevity and with distractions, and then when you're getting that posturing of remaining with you, the SIT, the DOWN, at will, then you've really got something. You know, if I had my big dog Willie, you all met him, he'd be plopped to the ground already. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start working on the verbal, reminding you what we did. Remember, we used the tissue with the bait in it with some food, and the dog went towards it, and we corrected the dog away from it. And then I told you to go ahead and this is typically around your house. The leash is dragging, or you got your drag cord on. And remember I said initially we used the tissue with the food, and you're going to play around the dog. As the dog goes and gets it, you're going to scold the dog and correct the dog. Face to face, strong correction. Remember, this is as dog as we get. Then I told you to bait the dog with, you know, a mock sandwich here, putting it on a plastic plate just in case the plate goes flying, you're not breaking your plate. So, you know, you want to keep setting your dog up. If the dog steals shoes, put a shoe out, whatever it is, tissues, whatever it is that your dog is going to do that you don't want it to do, so you can continue to instill a nice, strong scold term. The scold takes the place of the growl. Remember, dog growls, doesn't respond, they get bit. What is our bite? Picking up that leash. Remember the correction for this, because you had to go and pick the leash up now. Thumbs up. You got a good picture of that? Thumbs up. And typically you're going to be in front of your dog, and you're going to correct here. You bring your leash, your hand to the collar or to the neck so that you have some slack, and then you're going to jerk and relax again and jerk. Or you're going to go side to side to give those corrections on this exercise, because again the dog is dragging the cord. You're not holding the leash in your hand. This is where you're going to get your verbal control. So you've practiced with this. Now how does it transition to your obedience? Well, I don't know if you can hear the dog in the background. That's the camera person's dog, little Nori, who is here. She's letting us know she doesn't want our agenda of being in the fenced area. She's telling us, I want something different. So let's see how this scold term works with her, all right? Hey, no! I'm just hoping you're picking up the audio. Because if you didn't hear her barking, this isn't going to mean much to you guys. So I'm going to put Gyro, even though he's laying down, I didn't tell him to lay down. So now I am down. I make it my idea, not his idea. He's in the viewfinder, right? All right. So now we have Gyro, and I just said his name. And what a good dog, because it doesn't mean to come. And I love a trained dog. You gotta love them. Come on over here. Just be aware of your own mistakes, folks. Down. Good. Good boy. Good means what you're doing is making me happy. This is where the scold term comes in. So we use the scold term, the bait, to establish a good, strong scold term. And now we're going to start using it, expanding on it with our obedience and just behavior around the house. Dog sticks his head in the garbage. You know, the garbage can takes the place of the prop food bait. So here he is in a DOWN. I'm not going to say it again. Got a couple of toys around here, and I don't know if you can hear, but so far so good. Little Nori has stopped barking. Nope, there she goes again. But that's where you would use it for your barking. Again, this is a distance exercise. You use it for a distance. When you're holding the leash, you just can go ahead and correct. Oh gosh, look at little goofball here. So we're just going to let him remain there, see if he's going to be bad. I got a ball over here. I'm going to try to entice him out of that. You don't have to watch the ball thing. Well, that was a good dog. Like I said, when I try to get my dogs to be bad, they're good. So if he were to break that DOWN, you don't repeat the DOWN. You give your scold term. You go in and you correct at that point, and then you tell them down. The down is not the negative thing. The negative thing is that they got out of position. I don't know. What can we do here to make my dog bad? He's a good dog. Good boy. Well, I'm going to go walk to the front door. I'm pretty sure that's going to make him do it. Can you see the front door in that? Dog to be bad. Alright, well, you're just going to have to trust me on that. Alrighty, so this is, again, I have a nail clipper in my hand, gyro. Okay, good boy. This is another way, and I think I better put the glasses on for this because I'm about to cut nails. So this is another area. Or is the dog going to get on my agenda? This is just building on that foundation of what we laid with the scold term. So remember, we set the dog up by just, number one, getting him accustomed to even touching and handling feet. If he fusses with that, I'm going to correct him on that. I'm not going to go ahead and do it on one big full swoop, grab the leg, grab the foot, cut the nail, and the dog's never, you know, even resigned to me handling him. So he's pretty resolute to this. All right, so good boy. What does good mean? Good means what you're doing is making me happy. You want to keep me happy? Just keep repeating that behavior. Good boy. Now, with all his body language, he's saying, I don't want to resign to this. But he is. He's being very good. And I'm really proud of our dog in the back because she gave one little woof and she decided to remain quiet. What a good dog. What a good dog. If he were to get up and leave or try to bite me, that's going to be that face-to-face scold term. I'd pick up the leash, give him a correction, get him to go, oh, I'm sorry, I won't fuss again. and then go back and doing that. But you want to be able to do all that handling where your dog is honest. We don't beat dogs here. Oh gosh. So you want to make sure you do a prep with them to be fair. Remember, handling the leg into the dog, not picking it up and pulling it away, giving the dog a reason to fuss and bite you because it's uncomfortable. Alrighty, so there's a quick review. Your responsibility, keeping your eye on the dog, keeping the leash loose, learning how to measure the leash properly to get that quick correction, building on the visual exercise, longevity, and then with distraction, and then the scold term, setting him up with different types of enticements, anticipating the bad behavior so you can get in there quickly, correcting, you know, significant enough where the dog gives the "I'm sorry" look. Gyro, you don't have to look sorry anymore, really. Here, we'll do a little trick. Come on, there we go. Do it again. Come on, do it again. Come on, take a walk. Come on, take a walk. Yay! There you go. Alrighty, folks. So, God bless. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. And hope to see you soon.